Hello everybody, welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexis Tyler. I hope you can see the candles. I refreshed them today, and I refreshed this altar, so I have some beautiful, beautiful roses there for him. I love the roses, fresh food for him. This is supposed to be the eve. Aren't they pretty? I put some freshness there. Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. I haven't forgot you, Monica. I am doing what I can to refund things I cannot fix. At this time, I got too much stuff out there. Since I don't have anybody right now to ship the things moving around for me every day. And the ones I can, I am filling. And I basically have to take a break because I have too many orders, too much stuff. I'm only one person. So I can only do so much. I'm wearing a little bitty dress. You saw I have Nipsey's colors, blue and gold, on. So yeah, I'm being daring. I'm seeing a picture so you can see it. So it's a dress. And you see it's got holes everywhere. Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. Now, supposedly, this is the eve of the, I don't want to get in front of the candles, of the second anniversary of the assassination of Ermias Joseph Ashkedam, Nipsey Hussle. Okay. But we know that it wasn't the 31st. It was actually the 30th. Between the 30th moving into the 31st is when he was brutally murdered, assassinated. So he wanted me to come tonight, even though, yes, I'm trying to move that. Send me a message. Somebody was sending me a message. And Nipsey wanted me to come on tonight, as well as I'm probably going to come on tomorrow, since that's the legal technical anniversary, but we know that's not, the actual date of the brutal assassination. We know it was March 30th. And then that was like a reenactment. Okay, so what I'm going to say before we get started, my name is Alexis K. Tyler. I am a psychic medium. We might do a little healing tonight. If we don't, we're definitely going to do more for him tomorrow because he requires a lot of energy. He's going through a lot. It's very intense right now. I'm going to do like a mini reading. I say mini reading. Let me see if I have a pen, a pencil down here because it's a couple of things I don't want to forget. Let me see if I wrote it here. I thought I had a pen down here. Thank you. Yes, a dress. It's like a little mini dress. Sleeves and everything. Yeah, it's a blue and gold dress. Tatas out, yeah. I thought I had a pen because it's a couple of things that he wanted me to get into about California. Oh boy, I don't see a pen down here. So, okay, I'm going to go right into it. And then there's a couple of things I'm going to address too about the Derek J thing. Because people have been putting, thank you, have been putting comments there, women, I want to say people that say women, that don't like my opinion, don't like my view of Derek Jack's the relationship guide who wasn't bringing his wife on camera. Now he brought her on, and oh, thank you, Gwen. Was talking, she's defending her husband and she's not leaving her husband, and they're, talking about God and Jesus basically working this out for them. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to go into some of the reading with his cards about also Eric Holder is trying to get out of jail and get his bond reduced so that he can pay it, I guess, and move around until his trial date. So I started reading on that yesterday, but I'm not finished, so I'm going to go into some of it tonight. Okay, so my name, again, is Alexis K. Tyler. I am a psychic medium. I speak to people that are physically dead, yet still alive, and bring their messages from the other side, pass their messages for them. So what I am saying is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. The people that I speak about in the readings, I don't know. I've never met them. I am speaking from a deeper spiritual perspective. I'm seeing this on the other side in the underworld. So I don't claim to know any of these people. I don't claim that what I'm saying is true. I am a spiritualist. So I see and hear things in the spirit realm on the other side. Okay, so this is for entertainment purposes only. Even though, it's quite amazing that so many people have called me a liar for so long. And you see, I showed you the pictures of Nipsey with the Asians, and he was with pictures with Chinese and Asians since he was a young man, teens, early 20s. You see, that's the clean-faced young Nipsey. And I posted them on my YouTube, and my girl Mina put them in my group, AKT Celebrity Reads, and the fish store. It is another thing he wants me to bring up about the fish store. So I'm going to go into those things. One of the main things I also want to say about the fish store, like I had started to get into last week, that I see in the spirit realm, he keeps saying choo choo, choo choo. The people get ready to train is coming. So I'm wondering, is he talking about two types of trains? Is he talking about, and he goes underground. He's showing me a train underground. He's showing me a train above the ground. So I'm wondering, is this old tracks that are underground, beneath the marathon, and underground, there's underground cities there, old cities there, that also the Chinese used to live. So when people said I was crazy about that, I know I'm not crazy. That is true. But he's showing me two types of trains coming. So I wonder, is there a train like a choo-choo train track, that type of train above the ground already, that's going to continue to run? I don't know if it's being revamped, or is it going to be a new train, revamped choo-choo train, along with the other type of transit station train that you catch, and would there be a bus as well, or just the trains moving that area, the transit electric train stations with those types of trains, and a separate regular old-fashioned train on the train track, the big metal train, as well as, he said, a train underneath the ground, built underground where the marathon is, and also right there in location where the fish store. And then he said, this is another thing. When people said I was lying, I was crazy, even people in LA said they didn't know what I was talking about when I said there was a snake that was an honorary crip, a python, giant python. Thank you, Terry. Because it's being, if there's something already there, he's saying it's being extended. It's going to be improved, or it's new construction now, on top of the ground and under the ground, for two types of trains, maybe three types of motor system train, above ground, beneath ground, new. Something also being built new, underground. It's a train. And they're building it right now and extending it, he said, above and below. And yet people said that wasn't true. I was crazy when I said it's a whole underground city. It's been there, and they're going to bring the trains through. And then on the top of there, and they're going to gentrify the area. And then I said about the snake. I also found out, I didn't know, there are reptiles in the fish store. They're like snakes. Because I kept seeing snakes on the marathon property. And I saw the honorary crip snake. As you can see, we got the picture for that. That's on my post on YouTube. That's true. Guy was wearing crip blue, holding the big albino python. We know that a crip owns that snake. They had that snake since it was a baby. So now they can't say I'm lying about that. Well, they can, but they know now. You all know that I'm not lying. And no, I think there are snakes either in that fish store. They are reptile. Okay, there's a pet store, but fish are pet. So what are you saying? The fish store is just fish in the store because I see the snakes. I know there are the reptiles and I hear them, and rats. So where are the snakes? Are you saying the snakes are not in the fish store, but they're next to the fish store? Because I know there are snakes there besides the one I saw. So where are the snakes? How big? Are they big or little? Because I see them and rats. No, there are snakes up there. There are other snakes in the store in that area. It's not just the one I saw. Okay, so you said yes it is. Okay, and I'm asking, what kind of snakes are in there? Did you see them? Are they baby snakes? Are they exotic snake? Yeah. Are they boas? Python? Okay, so you said yes, there are snakes there. Yeah, I can hear them. I can see them moving around. They're eating the rat. And I see rats under the store. So they said I was a liar about that. It took me all this time. I didn't know it was a pet store there. I didn't know it was gigantic fish, really pretty goldfish, and that it was other snakes there. And the people said I was a liar. I don't know why. They said I was lying, and this stuff has been there, but I've never been there. I've been to LA to work, but I've never been to that part of LA. Never been on slots, so yeah, but they're still big goldfish. They're really pretty, but this big, what Nipsey showed me, and he said it was drug trafficking and child trafficking in there. And then he keeps pointing, and he's done this for the whole 2 years I've done readings on him. He keeps pointing to the ocean. So I'm wondering, how close is the ocean? No, I just put the post up a week or so ago. I've been saying this since Nipsey came in here in 2019. He showed me, he told me, a Crip, not teenager, not 20s, maybe 30s. He was kind of like an OG status, that owns a snake, was there when they shot him, and he knows who killed him because he's a Crip and the snake is a Crip. I've said this over a year ago, and people said I was crazy. Don't listen to that crazy lady. She is lying, and they knew that I wasn't lying. That's what I said. I put the post there just to show, and then I said it was China, China, China. Asians, Asians, Asians. All around the store, in the store, work in the store, around it. And they said I was lying about that too. I was crying. I was crazy. And now we know I was not lying. I just didn't know. Because I never been there. And I didn't know anybody there. And I don't know why all these people out there said I was a liar. And now I know I was not lying. And all these... Yeah, the bougie snake. I said that in 2019. The snake said he was better than me. He was about somebody. Said he was crippin'. I need to get on his level. And the other psychics said I was lying because they didn't see it and that I need to go get mental help. These demons come in here. They're lying to me. Now I see I wasn't lying. Nipsey was telling me that. I mean, this shit is blowing my mind. Okay. He's always gone to the ocean. So I got to see now how far is the ocean, and he keeps going to naval ships. And I had seen him, it was Nipsey NASA Navy, and now we know that that's true in the technology there with the Navy, with NASA and the Starlink program. And there's a recruiting, I think a naval recruiting office right there on Slauson, near the Marathon. He shows me again, and he goes back to the ship because it ties to what I'm saying about the nail shop and the trafficking and the drug. He said that niggas was working with some of the Asians and getting a supply of drug to sell, along with Mexican. And he showed me a drug. it's a little piece of paper, a little bit of paper, fold up and some crumple up. It don't look as fine as cocaine. It look chunked up and kind of grainy, crumble up. Some of it is beige, then some of it's brown, and then some of it almost look real dark, like a coffee color brown, sticky like a drug. It's in a little bitty piece of paper. It's not dry paper. I'm wondering, is it heroin? No, there was something else going on with Navy that didn't just pop up this year in 2020, if that's what you're trying to say. No, there was something that been there with naval and military action and military ships in that area on the ocean. That is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing naval ships. And he said it for years. He showed me a naval ship, then he showed me a Coast Guard ship, a Coast Guard boat, and then he showed me a red cross symbol on the Coast Guard connected to the Coast Guard. He showed me a train, he showed me a plane, and he showed me the boat. And he said that it's also tied to the fish shop and the nail shop, and like you said, the snakes. Because you said the snakes are next door dealing with drug trafficking and child trafficking. He said with these ships coming in there, or somebody told me last year, there was something dealing with the Navy that was near the Marathon area, around in that area. And they sent me the address to it. I don't know if it moved or whatever, but they showed me that it was there. And something about these children on these boats, on these ships. I'm still seeing it. I'm seeing the ocean. That's why I asked somebody, how far is the ocean from the Marathon or in that area? Because he keeps showing it to me with the Coast Guard and the naval ships and the Red Cross. This might even be associated with them coming in through Mexico as well as underground. The children are in some of these boats. And they're also in that area, and then some move through those stores. There's child trafficking where the children are on the water. It doesn't matter if it's not that close there. It's still in that city. So if somebody can just tell me, where is it? Okay, 30 minutes is not a long way to me. It's still there. I can see it. Okay, they take the traffickers to other countries. Yeah, it doesn't have to be right down the street, but he's showing it to me. And they are on the water. Some kind of way they are bringing the children and the drugs across the water, the ocean. They're moving them in and out. Okay, Venice, Long Beach, and Santa Monica. I just look at pictures of where the ocean is and where the Coast Guard, the naval ships are, and where they retrieve or catch a lot of traffickers. He said it's not just the drug, it's children. And he said also the military has some of these children, and it's tied to those camps and the child traffickers, the illegals, and the drug traffickers coming back and forth over the border now. That would be Long Beach. Okay, I got to see pictures. I don't know what it looks like to see what else he has to say. And then I think under Biden right now, Biden is letting a lot of the people come across the border into the United States. And I'm not sure if he's going to make them get ID or become illegals. Basically, I'm saying that to you to say that there is a system still in place that continue. Okay, it's a naval base. Okay, that's where the ships would be in the water. That's the part of the ocean that the ships would be in the water, where you could see them. Because he keeps showing it to me way out under the water and then coming in, sitting. All of them are not close up near the shore. Some of them are further out, but he says the Coast Guard moves back and forth. The Mercy ship traveled the world. Okay, is a part of the Navy, is a hospital. What? It's called the Mercy ship. It's part of the Navy. It's a hospital on the ship. I don't know, but Nipsey said there are children on some of these military ships, and it's also tied to the what do they call the like the camp when they get the people from Mexico that they said are illegals or they want to send them home, and they have them all living, but it's mostly children. They're living in these camps. That's where all the goods come in and out. Okay, there are children and them, some of them, and it's a big business. It hasn't stopped, but the what's the name of the place? Because Trump was talking about it, and they were criticizing Trump and saying some of the children in those, the detention camps. He said those are prostitution and drug camp. They have them children's. They pick the children's what they want. A certain time of the day or the night, the children's get moved around or in and out on the low and prostituted. And some of them come up miss when their parents not around to stop it, so they don't get with some of their parents. Some of their parents is killed. I'm not saying they have to be in Long Beach. I'm just telling you what he says is out there. I don't have a map. I don't have a picture. Better watch X-Men Trilogy. Okay, yes, but I know they exist out there. I don't know all the locations and the maps and pictures. I have to see the pictures to see if this is where he's talking about, but I know it's out there. It's there. And the military is tied to it, and they control it, and they let, along with the Coast Guard, he said they let a certain amount of drugs go through. They let a certain amount of trafficking with the children and the drugs go in and out. And then he shows, but you confirm these places do exist there. At least you did do that. No, it didn't have to be right there, but I know it's there. With the Navy and the ocean, he showed me a part of the ocean, and I saw this big old ship, and he said it also was, the Navy ship was a hospital symbol on it, along with the Red Cross. So thank you for confirming, because I didn't know that's what I was talking about. That's why I said Navy, Coast Guard, and the Red Cross. He showed me the hospital, like the Red Cross thing there, where they give blood, take blood out of people, treat people for illness. So I thought it was separate. Okay, thank you. So I just need somebody just give me the pictures until I can find the picture. Okay, because I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. So thank you for confirming that for me. There is a naval hospital, it's a naval ship that also has a hospital and ship that travels around. The Mercy. See, I'm learning something I need to learn all the time. Nipsey knew that. Thank you. So I'm not crazy. Thank you from somebody from Cali. Okay. What he said was too. Now, I don't know how it move around, and you know what? They probably not telling us about how. So they have been using the Navy ship since the COVID surge. They were docked in NYC in California. Yep, I think I remember seeing something about that, but I didn't hear nothing else about it. Okay, this is all he said too. Girl, what is live on Slauson? Thank you. Somebody just sent it to me. Hospital, Mercy Port of LA. What's on Slauson? Oh, you live on Slauson. Okay. The other one is called Comfort. What's Comfort? Okay. This is what he also said. And I'm taking this advice for Atlanta too. That's why I don't give blood or receive it from the Red Cross. He is saying to me, the military is tied to the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, and the distribution of it, controlling it, containing it, creating and distributing. He says a whole tree of it. Just like he showed me the tree of the Garden of Eden. There are different branches of the COVID with a different mixture, like I told y'all, Nipsey told me last year. And some of them strains, you get them, and they have a mixture of, I told y'all last year, The videos are still up. Mixture of HIV, SARS, human tissue. I saw some with the fetal tissue. One got a pig, one got a chicken. And worms. These worms, these GMO worms, but Nipsey told me some of these worms that you see in this shot were made in space, or they retrieved them from space under the NASA program and the Starlink program. And when people get these shots, especially people of color, because they are race-specific bioweapon, they're going to get different type of worm in their gut and in their stool, almost like a maggot moving around, and they're not going to be able to get it out of the body because it's a genetically modified worm based on synthetics. I almost see like a plastic in this thing, or plastic fiber made into the skin or the tissue. It's not a natural, biologically occurring worm. Even though it might have some worm, natural worm tissue, it's been like a clone that is highly resistant to heat, vaccines, different temperatures. You won't be able to expel it from the body because it attaches to the RNA and then starts to replicate. It fuses itself to the gene and it alters the gene, and then the person becomes resistant to a cure. Now, I'm not saying it affects everybody like that. It might not. But they want to fix it so they make everybody get it. And when people get it, a lot of these people won't be around to raise their young children, because of the way it's going to affect the genes, the DNA and the RNA. And then they saying, Nipsey showing me like an old mine, like an old coal mine in Antarctica. This is coming from 2 different locations, coming from some dead people that they found that were frozen, that had this, or that they kept frozen and kept the tissue so they can constantly modify and recreate things. Okay, Gwen's a nurse. She said, yes, it codes itself into the genome and the DNA. So she would know, she's a nurse. They have different strains of them. All the strain that everybody get is not the same shot. And it's not the same strain. That's what Nipsey showed me. There are, I would say the minimum of the type of COVID they got is 10. Okay? That's not the maximum, because I'm hearing 19 that they can replicate and create. And then they will also get in and mutate. Like I say, the minimum is 10. The max I see is 19 strain. So yes, it's coding itself. And it said there are severe strains of this thing. The nurse just said yes. But see, the thing have a mind of its own. Have a consciousness of its own. Because they rose up and started telling me, I see some dead peoples in this thing of different race. I see the European, a white man, is in one side of the virus. Ms. Glenn, if I had COVID already, I still need. COVID's not, the shot's not going to protect you. But I'll let Gwen answer. Especially when they have them shifting. They have different types. Okay. Nipsey told me that. He said, let me try to explain this to you, going back to the pet store. He says a pet store, he said, and it's a nail store out there in LA, in that area, but it's also other area. Let me say this too. He let me see a civet cat in California. So y'all can tell me where the civet cat lives in California. C-I-V-E-T. Civet cat. I don't know if this is in the family of a regular house cat. He's saying, you all, if you come in contact with a civet cat, that is one of the animals, along with eating frog legs and crabs and things out of certain parts of the ocean, or depending on where you buy the frog legs and the crabs and different seafood, because he said, he showed me also a bird in the sky. The bird was flying in some part of California, and there was clouds, but they didn't look like natural clouds to me. It looked like clouds that were stored in certain parts of the sky that were full of toxic liquid waste material. The bird was flying, hit the cloud, came out. All I know is Nipsey showed me the bird falling backwards with his throat cut, gouged in. Dead. It was in the air, dead. Falling back with blood. Eyes done turned white and film come down over him. Butt looking and not moving. Little blood trickling out the corner of his mouth and throat gouged in. I don't know. But the fuck this means, he said that's the water up in the cloud. It's deliberately up there coming down. You don't drink no rain water, take bath, or goddamn wash up in the rain and shit. Or drink that run off water. It's something wrong with different parts of water contaminated, and said it's a lot of them peoples is junkies out there, which a lot of stuff is legal out there. Drugs legal out there. Heroin addicts and shit, they say is synthetic types of heroin, synthetic type of drug, where they letting them people sabotage themselves, take that drug and basically be homeless and kill their own self, and say you need to watch that water where you drinking, where you getting a supply, where you the bathroom, because a lot of them people have a shitting problem. They take that stuff and drinking certain water, and then they bowel will start goddamn cutting loose. And they get this shits from certain type of drug they taking because something in it, or the drug is synthetic, and then they got wormy ass. All these worms and parasites is also going back to this civet cat that he's telling. I don't know if it's just color, because it's coming from this drug they take and the toxic water and this particular parasite. But the parasite is also in some of the drug. And this civet, C-I-V-E-T, this cat, don't buy that cat right now. Be careful if you're gonna, I don't know if you can buy the cat at the pet store, or if they just in the wild out there in certain parts of California in the mountains, they get to come down and they might engage a regular cat. I don't know if people eat them or just have them as pet. This cat dealing with these other pets, and I hear something about China. This thing got some kind of virus or fungus in it, as well as these frog legs that these peoples like to eat. And some part that he showed me a big crab. Nip showed me a crab and showed me different places where you get this seafood. You said the store is in a drug, the store area is maybe what he's talking about. Yeah, but what store? What store is in a drug infested area? Because he said this is going on inside of the store and underneath it, and people come in and out. And that goes back to why he's saying that about the blood. Don't go to the Red Cross in there and get, I don't know if that's where you get it, get tested, give blood, receive blood. Hey, Jaffe said, be careful of where you are receiving blood transfusion and blood, because people that are donating the blood have some of these things. What, Terry? That's the picture of the big lobster he showed me that's on the fish market. What about frog leg? is that a delicacy out there with black people, or Asian people, Mexican people, or little everybody like this frog? And I understand that, but what I'm saying is I didn't. God damn. So if you can see it, if you can find it, would you please send me the picture, and so I could put the picture up there, the goddamn crab, big crab and shit. Since they like to say I'm crazy. Yes, the Red Cross has a large control of blood and blood. Thank you, Gwen. He say there's a black market we don't know about for blood, synthetic blood, and blood byproducts. Say it's a vampire market for blood transfusion. He just said hemophiliac, some kind of product. If I getting it right, Gwen, do hemophiliac have some type of product that need blood in it? Okay, Monica, the civet cat poop is harvested for coffee. In Indonesia, there's a virus linked to the coffee. SARS right now, Monica? And people still drink the coffee made out of civet cat bowel movements. Oh, Jesus. Y'all leave that anything made with civet cat waste, civet cat body fluids. Y'all out there, don't let them civet cat be around y'all cat. Don't rub and touch them, because I'm not saying all of them. So they're missing a clotting factor. Okay, Gwen, with the hemophiliac, do they take any drug that have any type of blood in it, or blood byproduct, or anything taken out of the blood, a medication that a hemophiliac would need, that would need another human's blood? Because, okay, hemophiliacs are missing specific clotting figure that prevents their blood from clotting. Yes, but what drug? Oh, Jesus. She says yes. He say, y'all don't want to begin receiving blood. He said, then some of y'all that's giving blood, if you're giving it, they're not going to tell you that there's a certain thing in your blood that they make a lot of money off of, because some people have a certain type of blood that it regenerates and heals. They can clone it and really like create another organ, another body, and then use it to totally regenerate another person's organ that's dying by just putting it in them. But you need to watch taking it. It says civet cats are perhaps best known for their scrapings of their perineal glands, which produce a musky substance used in fragrances. Now, I am telling you, in California, them civet cats got some type of goddamn virus, fungus, bacteria, and I'm seeing Nipsey showing me in their upper respiratory, they track, and then they butt. He said, and watch their foots and claws up in there. It's in their eyes, it's up in their nose, it's in their mouth, down in their throat, and on their feet and hands. God damn it. I know what I'm talking about. I believe what the fuck I'm saying. Some of them things, I don't know where they coming from, but you said they either get blood transfusion or shot to boost up that clotting factor. Part of that drug come from blood. You see what the fuck? Now this is a nurse saying this shit. Now that I'm trying to comprehend what Nipsey said to say to y'all in California, but that applies everywhere. Goddamn it, I'm applying this shit right here in the dirty south. So they took it off the market because of Ryan White. So what they give them now? Cause you still got hemophiliacs now. What it's made out? What they drug made out of now? Do it have any human blood or blood byproducts in the new hemophiliac medication? Okay. He said y'all need to watch what you're taking, because they're not gonna tell you everybody that give them blood to pass to you. They're gonna tell you it's clean, it's okay, and I'm telling you that it's not. Take it at your own risk. Don't say you have not been warned because of that drug they taking on that street that's got them worms in it, and it's not pure drug. It have other chemicals and poison byproducts in it and fungus. So when them people is sniffing that drug, smoking that drug, shooting that drug, they're infected with these things and they go give that plasma or get that blood, and then your ass takes the shit. Then they sex partners that they taking it pass shit to them and share them needles with them. So they only took one of them. I'm like, okay, thank you, Gwen. They painted over the line. Oh, damn. One lady just said they done painted over the damn lobster nip that was showing me right there in the hood. I'm going to check it later. Okay. He said the Chinese nail shop. Now, I know how y'all niggas is. Y'all nigga bitches, you're going to get your fucking feet and leg done and your toe, your hand and shit. That's on y'all. Hey, Philanda. Why I got to have on a bathing suit? If y'all can do it, I can do the shit too, goddamn. Hey, Samara. Yeah, it's a dress. It's like a little mini dress. It's got the look, you know. Child, I know. I'm a little daring tonight, ain't I? Y'all still gonna go in there and get your goddamn shit done. So, I understand that. Y'all don't like to learn to do your own paws and hoofs and shit. You want to let somebody do it so you can feel like you about something, goddammit. So, that's fine. But I'm still going to pass the information to you anyway. Oh, thank you. Nipsey said, I haven't seen all the nail shop over there. He mentioned last week about how they have sex trafficking, child trafficking, and drug selling in and out them nail shop and sleeping them damn stove in there. Thank you. And he said it's a Chinese sissy or Asian sissy in the goddamn nail store fucking niggas. So niggas like to fuck the sissy in the ass, and the sissy twists around like he bout somebody cause he got the niggas on lock. He's so hood and Asian at the same time. Twists around, twists his ass around. He got a little flair, a little peel, a little sex appeal about him. You know, he give love to the homies. See, this is another thing. These niggas do drug transactions and get a lot of their supplies, and some of the Asian people look out for some of the niggas. Okay? But the thing is, these niggas sleep with black women. And they don't tell these black women that they own the goddamn DL and go both ways. Look, I don't know who Chow Chow is from a Hangover movie. You got to let me see Chow. I'm just saying it's a Chinese sis in the nail job that like to fuck the homies. They in turn be fucking women's while they fucking him. You know, and he Chris, you know, got his head in the air like he's about something because the niggas think he's cute and shit. See, that's another thing that's going on in that area. Y'all need to watch these men y'all sleeping with, get these men tested. Not just for that COVID, but that goddamn HIV and other shit. Herpes and other shit. And then them niggas got different fungus and virus in their goddamn system. Another thing, they walks around in there. I don't know if it's just a tile flow in all of these shops, or is it a thin grass looking like carpet, like real thin carpet that when y'all goes in there and these shop out there and get y'all goddamn nail done. All I'm saying is I see that they likes to walk through there barefooted. And because of some of the things these people eat, the type of pets and things they have around, they have that fungus and bacteria and that virus I'm telling you about is floating around in there. And Nipsey said, Not only is it floating right now through their foots, he said he showed me around the toe, around the nail bed, around the edge of the nail bed, even though the nails look pretty and clean and cut neatly. It is in there. It's in this part around the fingernail bed. It's in them where you put your foots to soak your foots in that thing. He said, and it's like a inside of where you soak your feet. It's a filter, a little screen or something down there. The water goes through there. He said the little microscope, they're like mites. He mentioned too about some of these places and some of the animals got these, a certain type of flea and tick. So I don't know if this civet would carry a flea, a mite, a tick. He also showed me them reptiles. Even showed me a horse. I don't know if this is a crocodile, an alligator, a caiman. I don't know if this stuff is natural out there. But he say, those are the ones that's got them spas. Okay. He say they have all type of exotic animals and shit out there that you can eat. And said, I mean, I wouldn't, but some people do eat this stuff. I just mentioned and said that it's going to get to a time where if people can't get stuff out the stove, they're going to be, some of them already eating stuff like this out there. Because I guess a lot of people consider that kind of exotic stuff to eat it, which creates a problem and a danger because a lot of those things, they're imported from somewhere else and they're sick. And some of these people in these shops that are dealing with these pets and dealing with hands, feet, and people are soaking, taking their shoes off, walking around there. This fungus and this bacteria is present, along with some of these people are fucking some of these people in these goddamn places. Chinese eat civet. Okay. Well, some of the niggas eat it too, and they eat their pussy and suck their dick. So they're then going having sex with other people, passing that thing, things in the body fluids and in the gut. Thank you, Shannon, for telling me that, because I wondered if they eat that civet cat out in L.A. Because he said, yes, and they some have real close and like a pet. And he said, right now, that thing. Okay, well, you know what? Just humor me, because I'm saying it. And like I said, this is alleged. I see this stuff in the spirit. I'm just seeing what I believe I heard Nipsey say to me in the spirit. Just look it up or Google it or tell me, is this a problem? Or if you live there and you know that it's been a problem before with them civets, has some type of fungus or a virus, bacterial problem out there. I know, I'm not going to say they're not here, but they're not really coming here. We don't see them. It doesn't matter if it's raw. Even if you cook it, it's in the fluids, it's in the tissues, and the fluid trapped in the tissues. He said if something like this is going to come up again. If it's not already in them, it might not be just SARS, it's something else. As well as he shows me out there in some parts of LA, they're eating some type of reptile like an alligator, a crocodile, a snake, a caiman. There's places you can go and get that kind of thing, even a horse. We know about a pig, but a goddamn horse and that damn civet cat. And them frog leg and them seafood in them certain area with that big crab and stuff. He said, you cannot cook. Thank you. You can't cook it out. Hey, Shara. And he said, y'all need to watch getting your toes done because he said, then some of y'all don't know. Not only is the fungus and the bacteria getting caught down in that dish with the hand and we're down in the foot thing with the little filter in there stick on to it. Those things are hard to die. They're hard to kill because they are super bacteria, super strains. They don't work on the antibiotics and stuff, and the fungal don't work on them because they super strain, and some of them are GMO. and then they get into the body of a person that's eating a lot of GMO food, eat on that, and become like super bugs. Okay. And what does he say? Yes, what people don't know is when he said you need to watch for other viruses like HIV too. He said because when you're in there, you can get microscopic poke, and somebody else can get microscopic poke, and you don't know that different people getting poked, and the blood is being released in there along with the fungus, viruses, and the bacteria, and also from what these people are consuming, and then spreading these things with these. Okay, they are like MRSA resistant to yes, this is what Nipsey's saying. And this round, and then they in this water, because they're getting their hands and feet stuff done in the same water. And let's say even if they wash it, if they're not changing the filters, changing the utensils every time, even if they're washing it and they have the filters and the same utensils, some of that stuff, I guess you'd have to heat the utensils and sterilize it at a certain temperature. So civet cats are perhaps best known for their scraping of their perineum. Yeah, but not just that. The other girl is in Indonesia said they used a waste to create an expensive civet coffee. And people drank coffee made out of their butt. Oh my God. Out of their waste. Lord Jesus. Okay. So I want to get this so I did not forget to tell y'all that. Okay, I mentioned by the smuggled children, the Coast Guard and Navy, the lady confirmed that for me. And them immigrant place where they have them isolation place where them children, them Spanish children be in now on lockup. They traffic them children in now. And about that bird falling out the sky. I don't know which part of California that this is, but if y'all hear about it, and fake meth or this type of meth, and these people are, he said the drugs and through this shot, these people are going to be producing some type of worm in their body, and in their eyes, and in their gut, and be running off after they get that shot, stomach tan up, and they're not going to be able to kill that parasite. He said, yeah, and the bone. Some people going to take that blood in there that got that vaccine in them, that drug in them, they get on the street, and that look like some tar like heroin, like I seen fold up in that little piece of paper. They're going to have brain problems, central nervous system problems, which affect the brain, the thinking, spinal cord, bone marrow problem, central nervous system disorder problem. That's what he said. As well as from these different type of fungus in these different nail shop. There's some of these techs in there already got. It's going to be real hard to kill. Then he said in these shop too, if you exchanging money, paper money, and you touching the doorknob or the door, open and close with your open hand, and ain't got your hand sanitizer, no bleaching shit on there, or no goddamn surgical glove on the motherfucker. It's on the money, or it's on the desk, it says it's on the door. I don't know what the man's saying this here. I tell you, look, I don't care how expensive that coffee is. I will not drink nothing come out nobody but, I'm sorry, treat it as no special coffee out no cat ass. No thank you. Especially now that he done showed me about that cat. And I see people bragging on that coffee. Telling that coffee the best coffee in the world. Civet, I didn't know it was from no cat booty. I hear people talking about this shit. Now I know that right there. He done tell me that cat possibly got that heel. I'm not fucking with it, goddamn. I don't care how much this shit costs. I said, okay, y'all know about that. Yes, it's a synthetic microscopic organism made in a space lab. And said, watch out for synthetic cornmeal yeast from soil that has basically been destroyed with synthetic seeds that have basically killed other natural seeds and killed the nutrients in the soil. Don't be no more good. Once they put GMO seeds in the soil don't be good. But if you eat, let's say, genetically modified corn, okay, and wheat and grain, where they make the corn meals and the flours from, and that particular bread. You don't know it, and you're eating a genetically modified vegetable. That's right, from Bill Gates and Monsanto. It will not die. It will not break down in the gut, and it has a particular worm in it that you don't know about that'll attach into the intestine and give you a lot of bloating, irritable bowel syndrome. You think that's normal, it's not, because your body can't digest that thing. See, and it's going to tear your gut up. And you're talking about the shots, and then it's like kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. They're trying to get it to the point that if you take that shot, you'll be able to travel and have your passport. If you don't, certain places you cannot go or get back in the U.S. or get that test and get that shot. And then if you don't want to try to lock you up, you'll get exposed to it anyway and get sick. Then if you do, a lot of people are going to die and get sick because there's a certain amount they know are going to fall off from that shit anyway. The higher your vibration, the higher your consciousness is. Many times your body cannot stand a lot of filth in it and cannot stand a shot. So you'll die quicker as opposed to a person that's real rough. And look, I don't care how many cherries and shit the cat eat, and then they pass through his ass, and they get his ass water and shit and draw it up and steam it. I'm not drinking this shit. Forget about that, player. I buy my own cherries, goddammit. I don't want to pass through this thing ass and draw it up and boil some coffee off for it. No, thank you. So they're going to be leaving them for these slave camp and these sex labor. Basically, there is getting ready to be another fall in this system and a big upheaval to this system. And just like, and I ain't going to really get into it too much, when I seen Lil Nas X throw it back to his baby daddy Satan to let him know he's fucking him in the A, and do his video with this alien wrapped up with a raisinette head or prune head, come up and rub him, and he running butt naked with some whole bunch of grease on and baby oil around in his nuts and ass, singing this song and selling these tennis shoes with Satan blood in the shit. I say he could only sell 666. See, when I had told y'all when I did the Wendy Williams, I just didn't know this shit here, how close it was. It was February the 2nd of February 3rd, 2019, when the Super Bowl was down here in Atlanta, Georgia at the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I started doing the Wendy Williams reading. When that thing talking about he came to hang out at the Super Bowl and found my damn address, somebody done leaked it to him like they just leaked it out about a month ago shit. Walked down here with that big ass damn TV head and that little bitty body. With them damn shoes look like Wendy Williams, long. With a little leg. I started talking, talking about let him in the house. Then, did part 2 and he said that the homosexual agenda was finna take over the music industry and that they were finna shoot all the real niggas and hip hop. Starting from Atlanta to New York to LA, back from LA to New York to Atlanta. A month later they shot Nipsey. And the same thing in Nipsey's reading that he said was a lot of the same shit that King Von said. And we know King Von was a real nigga. If you look at that, my reading on Wendy Williams Atlanta / Atlantis Super Bowl portal opening, Satanic portal opening from February 2019. This stuff, so when I seen Lil Nas, I said, so I said this here. I said this shit. And you see these rappers, these real niggas getting killed. I say they're going to get rid of the real niggas that don't suck dicks. And they were going to replace them for a transhuman agenda bisexual nigga that really don't like no women and get some fat titties on their chests and a fat ass like a bitch, and but have jewelry and gold on a possessed with a god of the earth to attract young men in, fucks them in their ass, and basically destroy a whole population, civilization, because they don't like women. They think that their booty is fat and juicy, and they likes me. They looking for a baby daddy. He done let y'all know his baby daddy is Lucifer. They is married, and that Lucifer done bust his chair, and he like to throw it back while he doing handstand. That's all he letting you know, that he have joined the Illuminati. That run all through your body. Stick dicks in his booty and put like a 12-gauge shot in it. Feel man. Speaking of that, Pop is riding with Nip. Tell them they coming back for a Tupacalypse to fuck shit up. There's a whole group of them motherfuckers. I won't deny you. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Yeah, that's what Pac had said. There's something going on down here. Come on, Pac, I thought you had told me a couple of years ago you didn't want to come back. He told me I'm coming back with my dog, little homie Nip. Then they finna ride out. Yeah, come with me. Hell, man. He said, yes. What do we have here? Nah. He said they finna do some shit. Da 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 da. I ain't no killer, but no push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Ha! That way he say. They finna do this here. Feel me? I don't know what's going on right now. I know what's going on right now. One thing, we just came out of Passover. We're dealing with the anniversary of the assassination, and Nipsey is very pissed about this here. I'm pissed about this shit with Eric Holder. Okay, so I had said that right down to get into this because I wonder, do Eric Holder have a baby mama? Was somebody pregnant? Did he get somebody pregnant when he went to jail? Before he went to jail? Or does he already have a baby mama? Because somebody called themselves in love with him, or he new love, or goddamn it, young love with this bitch, and that bitch been rooting for him and giving him money. Also, I wonder, is this lawyer a female, as well as was it somebody he was fucking? Because it looked like the bitch that helped shoot Nipsey. This bitch is a female shooter. She said that she didn't know he was going. She's the motherfucking lie, because he was fucking her in her ass before the shooting, during the goddamn shooting, and after the shooting. They had a partnership and agreement like they were new lovers, a young love. And she's agreed over there to go over there and set Nipsey up and shoot Nipsey up because them 60 had called him and promised him some money and told him, you're going to walk up and shoot Nip. And then we're going to tell the world that it is because Nipsey called you a goddamn snitch, and that's just as bad as calling a nigga a child molester. And that's really not what happened. And we know that they took Nipsey after that concert, Saturday night, March 30th, 2019. He met with them. They held that boy over, they laid over Saturday night, past midnight. He finished that concert, going into 3, 4, 5 in the morning. They shot that boy early Sunday morning. So he's saying the 30th technically, but it couldn't have been early March 30th on that Saturday because Nipsey was doing a concert. Saturday night leading up to the Sunday, they said they shot. So they got him after that concert, which was late Saturday night. Killed him and must have held him over because when he was laid out there, it looked like a rubber doll. And the paramedic wasn't even doing compression properly. They didn't have an IV on them. They wasn't really stable. Like, it looked like a dummy. Later on, the person who picked him up off the ground, I believe it because either that wasn't him, a dummy, or a actor dressed with a mask. I told y'all the mascuses was out there. People, I told y'all were Asian peoples in there. In that store with white people there, and I seen a white man, a white looking man, had a real thin mask on. They looked this up. Oh, they laugh up to me about that. Then you see the white people there. They got pictures of the white people, the Asian people there. Joelle Jane Bragg showed her receipt she was with Nip. She had been with that whole weekend. I think had been at the Rock Nation brunch with Nip. When he had that burgundy all over him, then he was standing up there with Lauren London and P. Diddy and Nip. The three of them was together, and Puffy was leaning over on Lauren up under her. Looked like he was up in her ass and letting everybody know they was fucking. That's how it looked at, like he was fucking her harder than Nip was. The way, and like he wants to let it be known. Go back and look at that last Rock Nation brunch Nipsey was at, and it's a picture with Lauren London, P. Diddy, and Nipsey. Puffy was exerting his dominance over in her ass on that picture. Just look at it. Yes, because I told y'all they didn't shoot him out there. It's just like I told you, the man. He told me day one his blood was in the stove. And then a few months ago, thank you, Trish, like he was the third wheel. I think Nipsey knew then they had an understanding. And Puffy let it be known they were fucking. You see what I'm saying? Hey, it just ain't my opinion. Y'all can look and see that shit. With that thick wig. You know what I'm saying? Then, I tell you, he came in here. I got up out my body. I thought we was going on our regular date. Now he said, I'm going to take you somewhere. He put me on this crip blue gown. Fixed my hair. He buckled she picked my shoe out the closet and put the one on with the ankle. We went to California. He said, I'm going to show you what happened to me. I said, okay, maybe I got it wrong. Something wrong with something the first time. Yeah, well, bad. I can't find the gown. He liked it. He likes like older stuff. The really beautiful, old school, elegant things. At least he likes some of me. So he put the gown on. I don't know what I did with that gown, but it's a real gown I really had. And he remembered I had the gown. I had forgot. He said, I like this gown. So I got to find one like it to get one made like it with the satin. It's cut in the way it floats like an old movie star. It lays. It floats. It looks like it's floating. Okay. He took me to the marathon. And there's also a house by the marathon. Some old niggas. Like some OGs was running. But they brought some young niggas up there. See, he had on red. That's what I'm saying. I seen him. Trish, he showed me with 2 outfits on. He had on 2 outfits. Like they changed him. Because he showed me his clothes chain. They ran his pockets. They robbed him. They pulled the stuff off of him. So I don't know, I guess somebody wouldn't be able to determine where he was, what time he was. They took his stuff off of him and went through a pocket, and they said, go through his pockets. Pull everything open. Because one time it looked like I seen a jogging suit. When he came up in a jogging suit jacket, then his clothes they changed. They said, pull his clothes off. And his clothes would have had to been changed. Because as many times he'd been shot 10 times, possibly they're saying 11 with a magic bullet, I don't believe. Why was the t-shirt he laying on the ground and his skin and legs is white? Why is the t-shirt white? Why were there no holes, no tears in the t-shirt, and no blood on the t-shirt, no blood on the skin, no blood on his arm and hand, no blood on his leg? The sock with one shoe off is, the sock was white, the shoe off, sock off one foot. No blood nowhere. There's no way a person could get shot in his foot, his leg, all up on his arm. He spotted when the body totally clean. Looked like no injuries was there unless that wasn't him. Or you washed him and changed him and laid him out there like that, like a damn dog. Okay, but if his outfit was blood, I'm not saying he didn't have one. When he was laying on the ground on camera, there was no blood on his t-shirt or his skin and the pants. The video I saw, the t-shirt was white. The video a lot of us saw, the t-shirt was white. So I didn't see the picture you saw, the footage you saw with him laying there with the t-shirt being red, full of blood. So you'll have to show it to me. He had to have been changed, or there was someone else. And I'm not the only one that saw it. I know I'm not crazy. And I know what he showed me. He was changed on purpose. Unless that was a dummy. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, that was him, but that doesn't mean it was that day. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean he was shot, because I'm telling you he was not shot in the afternoon. Look, I don't know what they did. I'm telling you what he showed me. And other people are saying the same thing. And even Big U said he was shot Saturday. It was killed Saturday. So it was late overnight, over in the morning. Okay, I'm not saying you're lying, Trish. I'm just saying I did not see him with the bloody clothes on. I understand you saying you see bloody clothes in a bag, but do you have a picture of him where he's laying with the bloody clothes on his body? Do you have a picture of that? Because I haven't seen all the footage. Did you see those bloody clothes on him? Was the t-shirt bloody on his body, or you just saw somebody took the clothes off and had them in a bag? That's what you're saying? Because I don't know. Do you know when the clothes were taken? Did the police take the clothes off? Did they take them off in the coroner took them off? Because a lot of us saw him clean. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm telling you, he showed me he was changed. The coroners cleaned him. You said they had him at the police. That's who cleaned him? To get the bag of clothes? What are you saying? Who cleaned him? To have those bloody clothes you saw in the bag. Because when he took me there, he showed me Eric Holder is not the only shooter. Eric Holder was told by the 60s, and they coordinated him coming there. They were there first. No, he was being put in the ambulance. He was naked. But when we saw him laying on the ground to go to the ambulance, that's when I saw the white t-shirt and the shorts. So you saying he was laying on the ground and they took his clothes off? Because I didn't see that footage. We didn't see it when he was being naked. Okay, not naked. Okay, he had his underwears on with the t-shirt. And you saw the clothes before they took them off? The pants, were they bloody? Was the t-shirt bloody? Because we saw it on the video. It was, the t-shirt was white. Oh, shit. I can't even finish. You see this shit? Because I didn't see that footage. Did you see that he had on bloody pants? Bloody t-shirt? Because he showed me he was changed. I miss it. They set it up and they had, that's why I believe he was played there. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Trish. Because he said he was changed. He showed me, when he walked up and he took me out there, he had like a jogging suit jacket with a t-shirt underneath and some jogging pants, some tennis shoes, and some socks. He had some socks. The shorts we see in the picture, I'm willing to be wrong. So they not disputing Terry. No, I'm not disputing anybody either. I'm just saying, I didn't see all the footage. I'm not disputing anything. he showed me he had on 2 sets of clothes. And he showed me, it was a meeting. And he showed me they told Eric Holder what time to come round the corner. Come out the alley with the girl, and the girl was with it. She said she wasn't with it. She said she didn't know anything about it. She had on white pants and a white tee. So not the red pants and the shirt, the red pants and the white t-shirt. He had on all white, is what you're saying? How you doing? I saw he had on white shirt and red short. Okay. Yes, I saw the white shoes when and the spirit when I was with him, but he had on a jogging suit and a t-shirt, and I saw them take it off. He had on two sets of clothes, and I saw different colors in it. I don't know why he showed me that, but he showed me he had a change of clothes, and then it would make sense. It'd be easy to do because they're at the marathon where all the clothes are. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not disputing you at all. I'm just telling you what he showed me. His clothes were changed, and he was cleaned off. He said white shirt and red pants. Yes, I saw it. And when I saw it, when he showed me, he had another outfit on. It had some red in it. I think red, black, white shoes, tennis shoes, white socks, white t-shirt underneath. And then I saw that they shot. There was several of them shot him, and I keep seeing a young man. And there was also a young man that came over there with fat, big, juicy booty Carrie Latham. He was with him, and there was another young man, because when he sat me down, and he was walking up to him for the meeting, and I looked at his body, and I said, why are you walking up here? You have no gun. Why do you think it's safe for you to come up here with no gun, and you think these people are your friends? They are not your friends. And I said, I don't know what y'all was looking at. Like I said, I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not disputing anybody. I'm just telling what I saw in the spirit. The man told me he had been changed. So if you're saying it's all white, you saw footage. I didn't see all the footage. I'm not claiming to know because I haven't seen all of the footage. I'm sticking by what I said. I am willing to be wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying to you is what the man showed me, and he was changed. He was washed off and he was changed. And I'm asking him, why do you not have a gun? These people don't like you. Why do you think they like you? He's coming up there to the meeting, and then he motions. I'm looking to, there's a young man over here. I wish I knew who this young man was that knew Nipsey, and who Nipsey knew this young man, and he was with the older men who gave him the signal to come. He was hiding like in that little recess spot. It looked just like that recess spot at the marathon right there by that T-Mobile, and it's a nigga that's got something to do with that managed them damn cell phone. He know about it and programmed them cell phone at that T-Mobile right there in that marathon. It was a young nigga that shot Nipsey. If y'all think Eric Holder's the only shooter, you're wrong. There are also females there. There were people that had guns there. Cowboy said there were no guns. He's lying. They forced him to be there so he would stay quiet and participate in this shit. He saw everything, and he knows what happened to Nipsey, and it's a young nigga that worked it in that stove. But I don't know, I don't have any pictures of who worked in that stove. It was a young man, shorter than Nipsey, have his hair low. It's either natural wave or he brushed his hair down, or he might have, when did he have it like that day? Was it already low, or did he cut it down? Slim Bill. Brown skinned light. Cut his hair down low. He also shot Nipsey. It's a nigga Nipsey know. He know him. And they was also telling Nipsey to leave. Wanted him to give away or give up a lot of his stuff, his money, his rights, and leave. I don't know who it is. I haven't seen a picture. If you can show me a picture who you think I might be talking about, I need to see if that one Nipsey say yes or no. Because Eric Holder's not the only one. And he told me from day one, he said, I was shot by more than one shooter. They shot me from different directions. And then he took me there and I seen it. The boy was kind of scared to shoot him. Because he knew Nipsey. If you can find a picture, please let me see it. And he knew Nipsey, and he's like, if I shoot Nipsey and I miss, or if I shoot Nipsey and Nipsey keeps living, and he looks at me and he knows that I shot him, I'm dead. And then they start saying, don't worry, you shoot him, we got some backup. Different ones, they made him shoot so they would be implicated in it so they wouldn't tell. Don't worry, he is not going to survive. He's not going to get you shoot him. We got your backup and the other people shot. And that's when I seen them shooting him back on their head. And they was kicking him. They said, he told the boy, don't worry. You shoot him. He's not going to come towards you. He's not going to do nothing to you. He's not going to leave here alive. We're going to kill him because a couple of them were scared to shoot Nipsey. Because they was like, if we shoot him, this nigga gets up. All hell is going to break loose in this motherfucker. So they were afraid of him. That's why so many of them did it like that. And two, it was to teach him a lesson. And to send a message because of his attitude, an ongoing feud, a lot of jealousy, wanting his money. It was never going to be enough. He should have left, but Nipsey wasn't going to leave. He wasn't going to back down. He wasn't going to give him all his money. He wasn't going to stop what he was doing. He wasn't going to leave. And there was an Asian president when they did this. They know that they were doing. They know they shot that boy, but they not saying nothing. They scared. It's not safe to say nothing. Some women's there too. They're not going to say nothing. The ones with insurance. And I ain't gonna stay too long with the phone going. I don't have to come back because I wanted to do some lights for him. To come back and do the lights. There's so much jealousy with the All Money. Some of them from All Money Inc. I just didn't want to say nothing. So, I'm trying to watch. I don't believe Firebug killed Nipsey. I know people are saying he killed him, but I don't believe he killed Nipsey. I would have to look at this again. If he participated in it, it's because he was brought in by the 60s. He said that to me for 2 years. And I remembered, and it was chilling to me because I saw a big dark-skinned man with a low haircut. I can't look now while I'm talking, baby. I'll look later when I get off the phone. And they go to this older man, and I saw another bald-headed man, one of them smoke. And when they go to the older man that told them to tell Cowboy, you're going to go with this certain day and time, we're going to come over there and kill Nips at the stove, they called that man kept saying because if you go back and look at my video from last year, or was 2019, I wonder why they respect this man and call this older man I think I had heard somebody call Big U in a video within the past few months. Not like OG or something. And I said, I heard that he told me that they called that man that the older one, the OG that said, this is what I want y'all to do. And you know what? I didn't look at it and get all the info. I would have to have more time to research and look in California to see if any murder like this took place. Probably it's so many like this. It must have been in that neighborhood, or it was attached to some family. Yes, they call Snoop but no. This man is dark skinned, kind of fat, like with his hair low or a bald head. It was not Snoop Dogg's not a shot caller in the 60s. He could not have orchestrated that. It wasn't him. I'm not saying he's Nipsey's friend either, but it wasn't him. It's an older man, an OG, dark skin, heavy set. He calls a shot for them. Them 60s call him Unc. Some of them call him Unc. Males and female, I've heard them. They said, I heard in the spirit 2 years ago, Unc. He did it. He showed me there was a family. This same older man told some of them gang members, because he was having a problem with another gang member, and they went, and I think it was a female that was also a gang member in this family, in this house. I don't even want to look at this deeper, you know what I'm saying, to know exactly who Nipsey's talking about. This was a while ago. He said the older man told them something about drugs and money or something this female had done, thinking she slick. It's also a gang member. And one thing I do remember, she had a gold necklace on with a locket on it that you could put a little picture inside of it. Also, you know what? I didn't try to see inside of the locket because I'm like, I don't want to say too much about this. I don't even want to know too much about what the fuck this is. There's a whole family of them. They were in this house. And I could see how the house was designed. It was almost like a ranch style or split level style house. Long driveway, down in an area, kind of quiet. Might need one part of it. Might have been an undeveloped road or a little dirt or gravel or rocks or something on it where nobody would suspect anything like that. Nobody would check on them immediately. Somebody had to know they were down there or said why they're not at work, why they're at school. It was a group of people in this family, like maybe about 5 or 6 people. It looked like 2 adults and like several children, but they all weren't like little children. Might have been teens, like late teens, early 20 men, and this girl. Nipsey's pointing me to the girl. It's a light-skinned girl, long hair. She wasn't, but she looked Spanish, so or maybe half white, half black, or something. So, but she was at this family. She was on the family. So I don't know if she was dating one of them, or she had a different father than the others. But she was a gang member because she had on blue, and the other ones had on blue and blue jeans. I don't know what. I know the girl had done something. So because the girl had done something, the older man told the younger gang members, look, you know, you gotta put in work and you gotta prove yourself and earn your way anyway. So since she didn't have my money or she stole something from me, I want you to go over there and I want you to kill the whole family to teach her a lesson. I don't know, like I said, I don't know all the details of this. I don't want to fucking know, but he just said, I know about it, and I remember. He said, I didn't do it, but I knew about it. I couldn't say anything. But he said the same older man had something to do with orchestrating this. They go in that house, sneak up, get in the house, and it looked like a front room. Everybody was in the front room or told to come from all the rooms in the house and sit on a sofa. It's like kind of like an old-fashioned long sofa, maybe like a chair sitting near the sofa. They all piled up, and it was just like shot. The way I could describe it, it was almost like a horror movie, like how you come in to a house and the people are sitting. You're like, hey, is anybody home? And you go in the living room and grandma's sitting in a rocking chair and sitting straight up and she's not moving. And then you come around and then her whole face is rotten or like a skeleton face and she's dead and you can't see it until you get to the front. And the other people are sitting there and it was just dead and blood. This is what I'm saying in the spirit. He showed me, he said this happened to a family a long time ago because the hit was ordered. Blood dripping down and they're like this, like they're sleeping because they're still sitting up back on the sofa And the girl, the light skin I saw, girl with the ponytail, I remember because she's the only one that had a gold chain on, and it was a gold round locket. Heck, you can put a picture in it, and she was kind of like this forward, with her hair up in a bun, and then the blood running down on her chest and running down around the gold locket, dripping down, all of them just leaking. And as he's showing him, he says, yes, these are the kind of things they've done. And I'm just like, good night. It's a whole family of them. He said they had deserved it because of something about the girl was a gang member, and one of the guys, they stole some violation. He was given a chance to fix it, and she didn't fix it. So it's like, well, all y'all, I'll wipe your whole family out. And they sat there. They were sitting there either for a few hours or maybe 1 to 2 days. I just felt them coming in here. It was yesterday, and I was watching it for a couple of days. I'm like, you saw this? He said, yeah, I hadn't told. He said, but these are the kind of things they do. But he said he started getting threatened like within that year or so. He said around time of fats and after fats. But a part of him kind of didn't want to believe that this was going to happen to him. And he said, I wasn't going to go away. I wasn't going to just move and pick up like a coward and tuck tail and just run. I had the right to be there and help my people and save them and do everything that everybody else was doing. He said, they were warning me. That just wasn't going to happen. They knew that wasn't going to happen. It was going to be all or nothing. Whatever happened, it was going to happen right there. Even though he didn't want that to happen right there. What else? He is just saying. Slipped my mind so quick when he was talking about, that some of them, not just black people, but also some white and some black and some Asian. Well, this is what they do. He's not the first person they did it to. They didn't want him to rise up and have the marathon and have that type of power and be over the development of that property. They didn't want him to own that shit. They might have acted like, oh yeah, we're with you, we got it, and we want you to do it, we're going to help you do it, and we want this to happen. He said, but some of them were really upset and they didn't like that shit. Some black people were jealous of him, didn't want him to have the power. Some Asian people were jealous of him, didn't want him to have the power. Some police didn't. City council didn't. Some whites did not. They wanted to take it. But they knew from the very beginning, and he knew, when he got it, they didn't want him to have it. And they wanted to make sure they could sabotage it, but he was so strong. So strong. And some of the Asians liked him. That's how he could be there. But some of them secretly did not. Some of them on the council did not, but some of them did. That's why the owners let him and his family have a particular portion of it. But there are a lot of other dirty things that went on, and even his so-called friends, just like the friends, helped set this up with Eric Holder. Right now, Eric Holder is fighting with a group of people that don't want to let him out, and there's a group of people that do want to let him out. And there are some females involved, not just his female lover that might have a child with him. I don't know if he also has a child with someone else. There are people involved in the 60s, males and females, that don't want Eric to have a reduced bond to be able to afford to get out because they're afraid he will reveal their secrets. There's a lot of backstabbing, spying, back talking going on right now by Eric Holder and trying to stop him from getting out, even though they act like they want to get out. There's a whole group of people fighting. There's some in the 60s fighting. Someone in a powerful position, a lawyer, a judge, and someone that is very powerful in the 60s that also is tied to political crime, political power and connections, organized crime. This all goes hand in hand. And in music, and they're trying to stop him from getting out, to keep things like they are, to suppress a lot of the secrets. Even though they told him to do this, they are actually trying to fight this decision to reduce the bond. So there's still, I don't know if they've given them the bond. Y'all let me know if it's already been done, because right now I don't see that it's been approved. Has it been approved? Let me know. I could be wrong on this, because there are people trying to step up and oppose it, and they told him to rush in really fast. And once you rush in, go the other way. Get out of here right away. Hide. A lot of lies, treachery, and deception, and it shows women, not just the woman driver. There were other women. He thought he was going to get away with this, and this was going to smooth over. He was going to get the word that you can move around, the coast is clear, and he kept saying he didn't do it. I was at this place, that place. That didn't work. And also showing this guy was a fuck off with his life. Very compulsive, drinker, drug addict, drug dealer, sex addict, just move like the wind. People would get him to do dumb shit. He would do anything, wouldn't think, not very responsible, not successful, not making money on his own. He was known as a fuck up. Do something and then think after he's fucking done it, and got in trouble, not really going anywhere with his life. Very vicious, very violent, drug addict, drug dealer, violent. This guy is very unstable, and he's caught up in vices. He still has a drug problem now. They could be giving him drugs prescription meds. Somebody's talking to him about trying to work through this or navigate his way out of the situation. He wants to get out. He wants to be free. He wants to walk the streets. He wants this to be dropped like nothing happened to him. There are people that wanted it to be dropped, but there are people that don't want this to be dropped. They're legal wrangling and fighting, and a whole group conflicted trying to block this from happening, but they have a more liberal DA, Garshon, in there right now that they think they can get to let him out before his trial. And it looks like this lover, she was afraid of going to jail, and he wanted to protect her. There was an arrangement made, but she still is bound or tongue-tied or maybe protected, but still bound or feels stuck or trapped in a certain position, but she's still his lover. So I don't think I'm not sure if they let conjugal visits go on in there, but she's in love with this guy and taking up for this guy, and it might be several women actually taking up for him or looking out for him, making sure he has money or something that he needs. This lady is disgusting. She's riding with him even at the risk of going to jail herself, but she's not. I'm not sure if he's also someone he's talking to in jail, or someone that's bound, even though she's not going to go, like the one who was given immunity that was riding with him, and that was his lover. He's looking forward to new beginnings and new opportunities in his relationship with one of these women. I hope we find out what I'm talking about. They're legal wrangling, trying to intimidate and bully right now to reduce this down to get him out. And there are several females involved, just like there were females and males involved in this death. And he thought that he was going to celebrate and come out on top and get a payday for this. They promised him this. They told him, as we kill him and move him out of the way, he's going to fall. Another king is going to rise, and you will be in power, and you will get rewards and money and benefits for shooting him, for killing him. But it didn't go that way. It went the opposite direction, and now he's fighting for his life. He's fighting for his freedom. A lot of things ended that they told him were going to begin, and he is a star right now. He's the center of attention. He's being promised things and offered opportunities. So there's probably people who want to shoot documentaries with him, pay him for interviews, all kinds of things he's being offered. And there's another strong male presence that's the magician that's trying to do magic and pull strings to get him out, because it will benefit this gang. If they can control this narrative, and if this bond, he gets the bond and it's reduced, and he's able to get out, they want control of him. So they can use, they're fighting over him, these Crips, or this organization. I don't know if it's more than one, it looks like it's two. One is a Crip organization, but one also may be another male or powerful male that's affiliated with the Crips and someone in entertainment, a female in entertainment, that is also trying to get recognition to get this man out. This is kind of fucked up. I gotta look at this deeper to see what this is about. And there's also another prominent female here who's very upset and despondent about this and has an addiction around this, but also trying to get word and trying to help this man get out. Y'all, I can't believe this, that there are women actually wanting this man out, and there are women that don't want him out, that are not celebrating it because they have secrets that they're afraid he's going to reveal. So as they're trying to move forward to get him out, there are other female groups of them that are trying to move forward to keep him in. Right now, that's what I'm seeing. Conflict, tug of war around this, because people are afraid, not for him, they're afraid for themselves. And their secrets are going to come out if he's not kept in there and rotting in jail. I see about 3 or 4 women right now that are in this situation and trying to control and contain. So I want to see, have one female lawyer or more than one female lawyers. Is there a female DA? There are any other female legal people that I cannot see, as well as female lovers, or somebody got a baby mama, or somebody could be pregnant at this time, or more than one woman that is trying to give him money, help him, and fight to get him released. We'll hear something soon, because it looks like it's going to be quick change. In this situation, he feels like he's the victim. He's been prosecuted. He's suffered and went through a lot of changes from being in there, and he wants to get out right now and start his life over. He has no remorse for Nipsey. He doesn't feel bad about what happened to Nipsey. He's, okay, notorious criminals have lots of female girl, this guy is disgusting. He has groupies that want to get him out and want to make sure he has what he needs, wants to have sex with him. And he's in a sexual relationship. This lady's waiting for him to get out, and there's a child involved here. Either the one has a child, the driver, or he has that one and another child, while someone else. But also there's danger around this and death around this. So I wonder, is someone going to protect him when he gets out, or the people involved in this going to protect him? And so I'm going to come back and finish this, but let me tell you, something else bothers me. I might just do it in another reading, a separate reading here. Might as well be deemed as crazy, because he will never have a normal life going forward. He will have to be protected, because at some point, if he doesn't get justice in jail, it will be served some other way. He'd have to have allies to protect him, and he actually has some allies here. That's the disgusting part. He has males and females who are glad he did what he did and are actually willing to protect him. But then there are a lot of opposers that don't want to be exposed, male and female, that would ruin and destroy their reputation and their career and their money if people find out they're involved. They find out these males and females are involved from that neighborhood and that set that know Nipsey, why they claim they loved him so much. And I guess I'll get into that part another time about his so-called fake friends and the ones that are making money now doing records from him. But this Rimpaw guy really bothers me. He keeps talking about Rimpaw, and he brought up Jay Stone. Rimpaw is no good. A coward, possible closet bisexual, a drug addict, jealous, two-faced, backstabbing. He's been jealous of Nipsey for a long time. He wanted to be him and take his place, and felt like he should want to take his money and opportunities. A lot of these people that talk, they love him and be around him, and and all money in his group and shit. There's a lot of them people really don't like him and love him like they say they do, and now he gets to see a lot of it and hear a lot of it. They just want to now take his place and come up off of him, and felt that it would be easy to come up off of him once he's physically not here. They were not loyal to him when he was here. They were so angry. I keep feeling a lot of anger towards him, rage behind his back, jealousy about money and his position, and women competing with him for fame, fortune, and opportunity, not be able to go over him or outdo him. It's so much jealousy, so much treachery, so much backstabbing, so much pain, and now he wishes he could have done it differently. Hey, beautiful Sharon. Hey, baby. He wishes he could have done it differently. Because these people he loved, that he would have sacrificed and gave his life for, and fought to the end, which is what he done. Now he go back, he see these same people will not fight for him, give their life for him, ride or die for him. And now that he's physically been sacrificed for him, things are not better. They are worse. And a lot of these people are behind the 8 ball. Like they're under pressure, under the gun, because this thing has backfired. They did not get what they were promised. Now they're in fucked up contracts. They had to sell their soul in some ways, and they cannot get out of it. And some of these men around him, even from All Money In, have some unresolved jail shit on them, around them. I know, baby, but you can always watch the replay. And I'm seeing this here, and he's so disappointed. He's like, no matter what we went through and what we did or what happened, I was always righteous for them and down for them. And I would have gave myself for them, but they still had to work and it still had to be fair. They couldn't just take everything from me. I couldn't give them all my stuff. I did the best that I could, but I would have always been there for them. He said, now I see the envy, the resentment towards me, the anger, the jealousy, wishing violence towards me. He said, I didn't know. I thought they loved me. I thought they loved me. And now a lot of them hoping, but now some of them fear they will not get what was promised to them. They will not rise up and be as big or bigger than Nipsey and take his spot, and that all his fans are going to automatically love them and come to their side. They're going to make his money, and they're going to become him or get into his space and get all the blessings and the wealth and have the blessing that belonging to him. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be Nipsey. They're not going to replace Nipsey. The best thing they could do is put his voice and shit in their raps and shit, because by themselves they will not be able to stand up and compete. His charisma, his charm, being a handsome man, the charisma, the humanitarian, the compassion, no, they cannot be him. That's not going to happen. So they want to take his words and take pieces of his voice and put, that's gonna last for so long, because you cannot stand in his shoes and be him and be dapper and debonair and sophisticated and charming and smooth on your own. You got to put him in there. So people listen to shit called Nip in the song. But they're only gonna last so long because they're really missing and loving him. They don't want to see you. You're not going to be able to take his place, and now a lot of them secretly have regret and drug problem. And a lot of guilt. Because they've been bamboozled. Even though you see them traveling in Atlanta, New York, and LA, and so-called getting new marketing and agreements and opportunity, they are in demonic contracts. Where their soul is being suspended and using the soul of another, that they could not control, the real GOAT, the real dominant one, the real leader, the real alpha male. He keeps saying they jealous of me, keep mentioning Rem Paul. Jealous of him, and is a coward. A weak, jealous coward. He was a Nipsey friend, and he's still not. Weak. He know about that shit. He synced the shit and everything, and he's not gonna tell. He too weak. He would have to run and start over a high. So now he go long to get long. And, you know, Jay Stone, the way Nipsey always talking about they down for each other and shit, and that's his brother, and I ain't gonna, it's late. My phone going out and shit, that's why I'm holding it. But Jay Stone jealous of Nip. Wanna be Nip. He resented him too. And wanted to again taking money and stuff instead of working on it and build your own family. But when somebody have you on a record deal, they're gonna do so much for you. I guess unless they're a big label and put a whole bunch of money up for you, but it's still not your money. It's a loan. It's an advance. They still got to work it off and pay it back. And see, those are kind of things they jammed up in now, wanting to be stars, but they were gonna kill your friend so you could have it. You're still not gonna have what he did on his own. Jay Stone was jealous of Nip. Jay Stone got his own demons that he's chasing and fighting and dealing with. Yes, Jay Stone has some drug problem. But see, I have said this before when I did Jay Stone reading this. What I didn't want to say, I'm going to say now. That I seen him crying and going through changes, secretly depressed and having rage and want to do something, but you're not going to do a motherfucker thing about what the fuck they did to your friend. Your big brother. I don't know who's older, but he seemed more like of your brother. He wasn't your brother keeper, he was your keeper. But you're still mad at him and jealous of him. Want to be him. Want y'all want to give y'all everything. Feel like he owe it to you, but you don't want to work for everything. And you got to do your own work and build up your own grassroots fan base and build yourself up. Somebody got to want you. You got to get out there and put in work like he did. But you didn't have a bigger base and fan for your music and shit like Nipsey did. But he did supposed to give you all of his money. Just cause you on his label and talked about that goddamn man. Yeah, they'll do something to Sam if they can. Black Sam. And Nipsey say that Jay Stone was in town when they shot him. And that he know that they were going to shoot. See, all them 60s and them all money ends and stuff, they could keep saying that I'm lying and that I'm crazy and that they did not know that they were going to do that to that boy, but they did know that shit. And someone probably said I wasn't there, I was out of town. But though, Jay Stone was in L.A. That what Nip had told me in the spirit. That what I seen in the spirit. And Jay Stone and the rest of them were told to stand down. Everybody at first thought it was a rival gang that come in there and killed Nip. And they were getting ready to make the the street run red, goddammit. Until the leader over the over the Crip told him to stand down. Because it was internal. And I seen Nipsey in the spirit, he said, why? I thought you were my brother. Why you let them do that to me? And I said in the other reading, but that part I didn't completely tell the truth. Why I said Jason was sitting there at a house or something. He was high and zoned out, grieving about Nip. And I seen Nip come trying to cheer him up. But Nip didn't quite know when he showed me that right there. But I seen Nipsey grabbing him because Jay Stone sometimes would get raged, like I want to do something, I want to lash out. But he would internalize it to get high or drunk instead. He really wasn't going to goddamn click, clack, and slide through because you know that you wasn't sliding through on your enemy. You sliding through on your brothers. Because your brother shot Nip. You weren't going to slide through on your 60s. You were told to stand down by
Allegedly in the spirit. That's what Nip told me. You know about that. It was internal, like the man had said. That's what Melvin Farmer said on the radio show. It was internal. Now, I don't have to see the spirit. The man said it. We told him to stand down because it was internal. And the white man said, what you mean internal? Something within. He said, that's exactly right. And then he left it right there. We know what that means. Jay Stone them know that they were going to damn do that to his brother. And he couldn't do nothing and didn't have the courage to die with Nip. So you are living dead. All y'all living dead cowards. Because he would have died for y'all, which is what he did. And now he realized it was a goddamn waste. Because y'all ain't no better off 2 years now than what you, the man, was living in his body. Because y'all weak as hell. And you really didn't feel like that about the man. He was holding your leg. That's what I seen in the spirit. He was holding on your leg. He was on the ground bleeding. He said, Jay Stone, why you won't help me? Why you let them kill me, Jay Stone? That's what I seen. Kept it to myself. He said, why you let them do that to me, Jay Stone? I'm willing to be wrong. He was nearby that he know that they shot that boy. And he knew they were going to shoot that boy. And he said, Jay Stone, why you didn't help me? Why you let them shoot? Now he get up there and there's my brother, we close, we do this and that. And I'm... all up there with his sister out there at the grave site and shit. Talking about the marathon. Now I know this here. You know, I like that video. Until now. And you all up there with him and get right and rapping. That's your brother. He pushing you out in the front. But you mad at him about fucking bitches. And his own money. Yeah, but you know who am I? I'm the crazy bitch that live in the dirty South talking about I see things and hear vision. And that Aramis talks to me. And he hang out my house, eat collard green and steak and things. Yeah. But I'm saying about what I said in the spirit. You did that shit. You with it. All y'all with that shit. Everybody you see that will with all money in sinking. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. Because I ain't read Pac-Man yet. But the few ones you see out in front talking about him, they love him, they were up on them all the time. Yes, I'm down here in the spirit bando. The nigga done took my house and trapped it out. Nigga done turned my ass all the way out. Them ones you see. Them main one that calling his name. I love him and putting him in the rap. Them the fuckers right there. Them the fuckers right there. That I see in the spirit help sop this shit up. You know, with his baby mama. And they supposed to get opportunities and deals and come over him and take his play. They were plotting on him. And want to take his money and want more money and mad cause they want to talk to bitches and bitches come around and want to fuck Nip. Or fuck them to fuck up to get to Nip. Or they want them and then Nip digging in their ass and then you get mad at him. Is it his fault? Because they want to fuck the king. That's with any crew. They're going to fuck the little ones to get to the king if they can. But you blame him. But I don't think he fucked your wife. your baby mamas and thing, you fucking groupies. You mad at him and competing and y'all like women. Little women. And what did he call you? He called you something, and I don't know what it means. But he said one nickname when he talks about me, talk to me about you, about Jay Stone. He called Jay Stone infamil. What the fuck is that mean? If anybody knows, please tell me, what does infamil mean? When he spoke of Jay Stone, God, I probably shouldn't repeat this because I don't know if I heard him right. He's crack a joke and he say Jay Stone and he showed me a can of the infamil milk, like baby milk, or like a infant or something. Yes, when Nipsey talked to me about Jay Stone, he say infamil, like the baby, the newborn baby milk in the can, infant. He called Jay Stone an infant, or like infamil. So I'm wondering, is that a name for him, or a nickname or something for him? No, he wasn't calling him baby milk. He said he's like a infant or a baby. That's what babies drink. Infamil or baby formula. He said he's like an infant. Yes, he called the nigga or I don't know, is Jay Stone like a child size? Like a bite-sized person? Like, how tall is Jay Stone? I don't know if maybe that's a joke between them, or maybe that's a joke out there around the crew or something. But I said, Nipsey, why are you saying? He said, because that's his nickname. That's why I give him his infamil, like an infant. And I said, Nipsey, that's not funny. And then he starts to laugh. So if somebody can tell me why he say that, he's very short, like a child, 5'7". So if somebody can find out and tell me if you ever had a nickname for him, like an infant or a child or something, let me know. No, it wasn't like a crybaby. It was also something about him, or he said, oh, he's infamous. He's an infant, and he's infamil. He's little, like a child. And so I said, I wonder, is he talking about his size in comparison to him, to Nipsey's size? And he starts to laugh. I said, stop it, Nipsey. Oh, infamil, and he's missing a tooth? You guys, I wasn't going to tell you that. He said, when he talks to me, he said that's his nickname. So it can be several things: height, size, immature, like a baby, or something. I'm sure we'll hear about it if I'm wrong or if I'm right. I heard him say it. So somebody said teeth, like a baby's teeth, a bottle teeth or something. Look, I'm not going to go. I shouldn't have said anything because y'all are taking this all somewhere fucked up, okay? You know what? I'm not going to get into, oh yes, 2:53, I better get off. I'll get into the Derek Jackson thing in a couple of days because I saw something very disturbing about him and his wife. Their relationship, they have a very special relationship and agreement. For some reason, I'm going to say this little bit about it, and I'm going to we'll get into it deeper another time. For some reason, and you all can tell me if you find out about Derek Jackson. And of course, this is alleged in the spirit as a psychic medium reading. A girl, she may be missing, or she might be hiding because she's so afraid of him. And I see a possible police report on the relationship guru Derek Jackson, his old I saw him. It looked like he was at a college or school. I don't know if he ever lived at a college or a dorm or was on a dorm. I think he knew his wife. She knows these things about him. She's just as sick as him. But they're partners in crime. They have a bond. She knows all of his secrets. He's been a stalker before. Some woman, I see him doing this. Looking up a building, looking at the doors, looking at the windows. A certain girl he targeted. It wasn't the only time he did it. And went to her house. She saw him, let him in. He was very aggressive. Very sexually aggressive and can be violent. Very forceful. Force himself down on someone and then threaten them. Physically abusive to women. He has been that way and will dominate a woman's house and territory. And I even see this man has been very athletic, like a climber. Maybe he doesn't climb now because he's so muscular. I don't know if he's too heavy to climb. At one point he wasn't as muscular, but his body, Lord forgive me. This is all elation of spirit. It's very agile. He's a climber. He could climb a wall if he wanted to. He could climb into a window if he wanted to. And nobody would know he was there. And watch the person. And then get into an altercation. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm singing in the spirit. He's done it before. He's been very aggressive and abusive to women. These women won't come forward. He don't beat their ass, and especially if he sees them, or he has become obsessive towards some women in the past. I've been 15 years ago. This is not very, all these aren't recent. What I see, stalkerish and obsessive. You don't quit me. You don't stop speaking to me. You don't ignore me. You do it. Hey, do you hear me talking to you, bitch? You do what I say. It goes the way are you going to tell who? And then have me come back? This guy has been violent and assault. And he humiliates and degrades his wife. And he might be talking to her and like, what did I say? She tries to walk away, he'll follow. What did I say? What did I tell you? What did I tell you to do? What did I tell you to say? Or you're going to say, you see how these bitches are doing me out here? How they trying to destroy what I got going on? They ain't trying to destroy you. Was fucking everybody. Shut up, bitch. You not gonna let these bitches fuck over me and destroy what the fuck I got going on and leave me and get out in public and embarrass me and go along with these fucking bitches. No, you gonna stand by my side. You gonna do what the fuck I say. And you gonna get out here and you gonna ride with me. You not finna let these bitches see that you gonna turn on me and walk away because of what the fuck they say. Bitch, get your motherfucking ass together, bitch, before I put my foot in. Look, I'm not saying the man Spider-Man, but goddamn it, when I seen the Spider-Man cartoon a few days ago, I seen him like he'll drive by a bitch house. Lord forgive me. Might have seen somebody out he want to holler at them, want to talk to him. He follow them. He know their schedule, what class they go, what car they drive, where they eat, where they permanent, and they don't even know he know where they live at. Then approach them to call him a fraud, but nobody would listen. Derek told him that so what, just as long as he can sell his book. Well, he's sick. And this church that he go to, see, you have to understand, this man is under very powerful men, and one of them is a white man, just like a preacher, maybe overseas or another country or travels around, he has been handpicked to be like a powerful minister, teacher. He got spirits on him. I seen a clip where they call the sex spirit out on him, but you don't need to stand too close to their call. When they get out them bitches and got them bitches pussy and throat from swallowing cum in their mouth, they jumps on him. Because he goes around here and put the, I feel sorry for these women because what they don't understand is, I also see an African preacher, minister, something. That man got spirits on him where women will pull their drawers down. He can seduce these women. And when he does that, them women's be fucked up in the head and be controlled. And they can't never have no successful relationship in their mind with themselves or with a man. And then they'll be seduced by him alone. He want to fuck with them, be enslaved with them, do whatever he say. And then if he don't want to fuck with them, break them up, they be damaged and wounded because he done put them sex spirit, them mermaid spirits off in them, mess they pussy up. Take their blessing off of their pussy. Because that spirit on him, pull it off of them when he stick his dick up in them. He's very forceful and very aggressive. He don't care about nobody but himself. I don't know what happened to this man. Was he abused by a daddy? Something happened. He takes it out on women and dominate them. He will not. There's so many layers to this man. He's tricky dicky. The wife is just like him because he promised her he gonna raise her up to get some type of fame or fortune or be a first lady. And this man got films of fucking bitches. And she done seen the film and he will taunt her. Look at her pussy. Look at her ass. Look where her body shape. Look how she get to me. Don't you wish you could do that? Don't you want to be like, you want to eat her pussy too? No. See, shit. Lord, forgive me. I'm sorry. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. I ain't shouldn't have said that right there. I'm sorry. Said about them church people. That's why she's sick. She already weak and wounded, but he's plays on this lady, and she got delusions of grandeur. She want to stay when that lady mind will be fucked up if she leave that man right now. Don't you want to eat her pussy? Don't you see the way she throw it back? See where her ass shape? See, if you did that and look, see, I won't have no need to. See, why don't we just come to a little understanding? You want some pussy in your mouth. You want some pussy juice running down your back of your throat. You like the way I fuck her. Like the way I stick dick. Lord, forgive me again. Deliver me from this spirit that try. You know what? I'm not going to let that same demon jump on me that jumped on me with T.I. And my dick was swole and hard. I couldn't get it to go down. I had told on that man. Then the next day they put my goddamn address out. See, I'm not, because the demon in here, he wanna dive on me. He wanna dive on me and possess me so I can act just like the nigga be acting with the demon on him. I'm trying to stay over there, Satan. You stay over there on that side of the table. I don't look. Because I don't want them putting nothing else out on me. Now I'm trying to, it wanna die. It's doing rocking back and forth. It wanna die. Don't come over here. Don't go over here. I'm trying to rebuke the thing. My spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak. I want the nigga to do the shit, because I know I'm going to really get some wild shit if I let the motherfucker dive while we live. But see, I'm trying, see, you know what? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and the demon coming here doing like you want it. I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. Don't come, look. Because you know I'm with this shit. Don't, because you provoking me. You trying to test me. We just came out of Passover period. I've been fasting. You know I'm a little weak. Don't look. Because I wanna know. See, fucker testing me. Easy, don't come no close. Look. Finna get off here because this thing keep provoking me and he laughing. See, you know me, I wants to do this shit. I want to do it. Because he can tell me, he said he be in the nigga. So it's a male and female. The wife got it on her too. But she act like she innocent. Lick her mouth. She's like pussy and dick. That's what. I got the sage right here. I got it right here. I have to smoke this demon out of here. Nipsey messy because he's laughing. And then Uncle Gary, they want to see. Look. Yep. I'll see how I feel tomorrow if I want to if it come back in here and want to do that shit that like dive on me like the other one had did. Because it was hard to get iron on, but my dick was hard as Chinese arithmetic when that thing got on me. Talking about, I'm going to show you how I do T.I. I know I couldn't get it down. My clit was real hard. I go, baby dick, getting on that, I'm on the molly. I'm trying, I don't know what he get on. I ain't detected no Molly yet, but you never know. Because I wonder, do he undercover Derrick Jack, drink a little alcohol, or shake a little bit, look, throw a little dig, get with that thing, he with a perk, look. Because he's looking at me laughing because he know that I want to do it. I want to get possessed with this freaky shit. So I can see what the freaky church folks do. You know. Now, Gary just sit up here behind Nipsey and laugh, and they gonna watch it. But see, I'm not, because it's 3 o'clock, and I'll be hard to get that thing off of me. So, I was feeling bad crying, then Nip up here accusing me of want to see this shit with the demon and shit, and I'm, because see, my ass was hurting real bad. Like I had a big, it was hard to get that shit down off of me when he had got on me with T.I., and I'm asking y'all why my, and then y'all up there talking about, yeah, they can cut that powder sometime with that goddamn fentanyl and lock your jaw. Shannon, love you, Uncle Gary. He's smiling. He don't talk much, but he follow up and keep up shit with Nipsey, and whatever Nip do, he go along with the shit. The demon ain't locking my jaw yet, so I don't know if the nigga on that powder and that fucking fin with that goddamn perking hand. I don't know if they go there. You know what? Fuck this. I'm not finna sit up here and let y'all antagonize me and set me up and because the thing is over there. It done got a little bit closer, but it's bigger than the one that was on T.I. And it be pushing his wife and punking his wife up to, and he taunts his wife with the bitches he fuck. Because she gets to see them and the way they pose and do real nasty, freaky shit. She not as confident and freaky like the women. So he be trying to bring the freaky group sex out of her. He knows it's an inner freaking that don't let it out. That they pray in the when, look, you're not no good, okay? Y'all not no good. Now, and y'all gonna encourage me to let that demon in. Let it in. And that'll rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna see if the nigga wanna come back tomorrow. Let me get some rest and some shit. And drink me some. Let me get a little rest. 'Cause I'm tired as hell. 'Cause it done showed up with a girl. And I wonder, is this a girl that Derrick Jacks beat up in the past or filed a report, or is she still living? Because she is terrified of him. When he gets fixated on a woman and obsessed with a woman, woo, she's going to have a problem. She don't want to do what she want to, because I'm like, she grabbing her arm or her leg. I wonder, did he rough one on her to hurt their leg or hurt their arm? And see the demon talking about, yeah, see, that's what I want to take. No, you do not. No, you do not. You don't have to dive on me to tell. Oh, I see. Yeah. The hell no. You want to get in me so I could act it out so that the people can see how the nigga is. Get thee behind me. Look, the thing done eased. Don't come no closer. The thing done eased. Don't. The girl is in here with a guy. I don't know if this is a little boy. Oh, I'm just getting cold. I'm getting cold. Chills is something he did to a girl long time ago, like she was a college or something. Just a shorter man or something that was. he done did some troubling thing, but I guess they seal his record or people won't tell. Somebody filed a report against him a long time ago. And he come up real slow. He's very seductive because he's big. So he talks soft and like, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk because he's so big and he's relaxed, and then get up on him and he turns. He gets very, I see him grabbing a woman, and I see one grab one by the throat. Lord forgive me, allegedly spirit. I don't want to see that about that man. I hate I even started this reading because the spirit started coming me telling on him. The wife is not going to leave. The wife is afraid of him too, but the wife knows his secrets and thinks he's afraid of her telling her exposing. He don't want to leave. She's thinking she's going to come up, and it looks like she is a talented woman. She's very interesting, and she's a good talker, probably a good writer, but she is dependent on him. They depend on each other. She doesn't want to be without him because he promised her a powerful position in ministry or travel the world or first lady over a center. Something he's telling this lady. And she wants it. She loves being seen now, but he don't really want her out there like that. He controls and manipulates her, but this lady's not as weak and a victim and innocent as you say. She also is very vicious, and if she could, she would physically assault one of these women if she could get them off. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't misunderstand. I think this lady's soft-spoken and innocent. They've had some little fights over there. She has a little temper, too. They play off each other. They feed off of each other. This is a very violent, very narcissistic. They do the role play thing together. A lot of lies. They're bound by lies, deception, treachery. They lie to each other. They lie on each other. They play on each other. They play a lot of games. These people have so many layers to them. Yes, she's a sleeper cell. This woman can be slick, dangerous. Anyway, I kind of don't want to get too much into them because this thing wants to show me, but he wants to get in me to show me. And it's just too late for that this, and how he so nasty and freaky and be talking to bitches, and while he putting his finger up in them and sticking dick all, you know what? Then wipe his dick off, throw the paper in the trash can, and walk out like he don't fucking know them. Some of them he like and he hang around, but a lot of them that he don't. He just take their energy and take their blessing off of them, and they don't even know. They're not even partners. Those two, but she too is so violent and vicious and angry and enraged about him. She'll hurt a woman about him. It's not just business. She does love him and care, but now it's sick and twisted and compulsive. He cares about her too, but it's in a narcissistic, psychopathic type of way. Sociopath, narcissistic way. He can only be with her to have her at a disadvantage while he's at the advantage because he's weak mentally and emotionally, and he doesn't want to face whatever fucked up happened to him to make him only deal with women in these terms. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go. I need to get a little something to eat and a little rest because I got to talk this thing out of here. Now, I'm not going to go where he want me to go. Right now. I'll see if I feel like it tomorrow. But this is, I don't feel because it's very dangerous what I'm saying. And I know in them churches with them preachers, they do a lot of demonic shit and black magic. They act like they preachers, but they really devil worshipers. And they done sold their soul for power and fame. So these people are very wicked. Someone don't like seeing what I'm seeing and seeing what I'm saying about this man. This man has no heart, no compassion. He don't feel bad about what he did. He looking for victims now. He's still talking to bitches, telling bitches just wait, it's gonna cool over. And I'm gonna get in your ass soon as I can get this down. See that? Yeah. He's slick. Don't give a fuck. Because he needs them for energy. To get where he needs to go, he has an agreement. See? But I might get into him a little bit later. I'm just trying not to go too deep off in this here because it's really creepy to me. It really disturbed my spirit. What I'm saying, because he reminds me of my mother. He's a preacher, and I would see things like this here. Now, this guy's also violent, especially he does it toward women, and enslaves them, and he feeds off of their energy. As he go up, they go down, and use them for their money. Oh yes, they tied in the church, witches, warlocks, black magic, all that thing. When they go big, that's how they get big. So I'm gonna get some rest, y'all. Get a little sleep, and I will talk to you all soon. I love y'all.